Knives Out is a 2019 comedy murder mystery directed by Rian Johnson, in which a detective is tasked with investigating the death of a patriarch of an eccentric, combative family. It has a brilliant cast on fine form, all who look like they're having a lot of fun, and the roster includes names like Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, and Christopher Plummer. A renowned crime novelist is found dead just after his 85th birthday, and someone, we don't know who, has hired the charming and stylish detective Benoit Blanc to investigate. He has to swim through numerous red herrings, dirty little secrets, and self-serving lies from the weird family members in order to uncover the truth behind the death. It seems to be a movie made for guys like me who adore the old black and white Agatha Christie movies, the Miss Marple pictures, films like Witness for the Prosecution, the Hercule Poirot movies and TV series. At the same time, it's quite clearly made for a modern audience also. I'm usually apprehensive when a film claims to be in line with a classic kind of film, only with a modern twist, because too often that means ruining the very essence of the film, nullifying what makes the genre so great in the first place. But here it worked brilliantly. Knives Out was a really entertaining picture that definitely harked back to classic murder mystery movies in a big spooky mansion, and it was updated for modern audiences, being made in a sharp, snazzy style a la Quentin Tarantino or Guy Ritchie, and it's set in modern day also, so things like phones are incorporated into the story. It can't be easy to make this kind of movie and still feel like you aren't flogging a dead horse. The Murder Mystery Mansion movies have been spoofed since the days of Laurel and Hardy's Murder Case and James Wales's The Old Dark House, even earlier I'm sure. And then you have really well-known films of this kind like Clue and Murder by Death. Knives Out contains many staples of this kind of movie, like the reading of the will in front of the deceased's entire family, the detective unloading his revelation in similar circumstances, and loads of other kind of scenes that we've seen spoofed so much that they're ingrained into our minds even if we haven't seen any film of the like. There's a very fine line when it comes to making a film like this, with scenes like this, whilst being self-referential, whilst being a comedy, but whilst also being serious and trying to deliver a compelling film with twists and turns that keeps the viewer interested. And this succeeds, it really does. The script is the key. The script is what makes it all work. It's really well structured, and it has a lot of twists and rabbit holes and all of that stuff, but it's still relatively grounded. The plot still makes sense and never jumps the shark, which I thought could have been an ever-present possibility when watching it. It's really clever and entertaining, injecting tension and comedy at all the right moments, and the other aspects of the film, like the colourful weird family members, the sharp editing, the distinct colour palette, the quirky camera angles, and the fun cast, add to the movie's greatness. Guys like Daniel Craig, who looks so bored and depressed in his recent James Bond movies, is having a riot in this film. I was really impressed with the level of detail in the movie. There were loads of fascinating pieces of trivia I read upon after watching the film, which highlighted how much effort was put into the most Miagro of things. The film also has undercurrent themes of immigration and discrimination, which I felt was subtle and handled well, but is also the reason why I think this film triggered a lot of keyboard warriors online, from what I see from reviews on the internet, which instead of talking about the film itself are talking about politics and right-wing versus left-wing and all of that stuff. Or maybe it was because of the fact that Johnson directed the much mangled Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I haven't seen and don't have too much interest in. Knives Out is a great whodunit in the spirit of the classics, a light-hearted romp, skillfully constructed, with a plot that just gets better and better. I give it an 8 out of 10.